New at 6, how would you like a free trip to Costa Rica or LA or DC, even Ireland?
Well, some top leaders in the city schools got that, just that. And as Katie investigator Andy Sheehan discovered, you paid for it to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Pittsburgh International Airport may be struggling to find passengers, but it's gotten a huge boost in recent years from the Pittsburgh Public Schools, which is racking up tens of thousands of dollars every month in domestic and international travel. A KDKA investigation finds that last year, through the month of November, the district spent $306,000 on trips across the country and even over the Atlantic, a staggering $28,000 a month.
$28,000 a month, that's a lot of money.
It depends on if you look at what each item is for and what the purpose of the travel was.
Board members like Sylvia Wilson say the trips to conferences and events are essential for staff training, development, and keeping abreast of new trends in education. But board members themselves are some of the most frequent flyers. Wilson took trips last year to Denver and New Orleans, along with board president Regina Holley, who also went to Jacksonville, Florida, Washington, D.C., and Baltimore, Boston, Miami, and Seattle the year before. Even though board policy limits members to 2 out-of-state trips a year, Holley says she's exempted because she's an officer in the organizations holding those conferences.
It seems excessive.
It really isn't excessive because for many of the travel documents that we have, travel that we have in the district, it's not coming out of our money, it's coming out of grant money.
The district spent more than $14,000 on Holley's trips, but about half was underwritten by grants. But that wasn't the case when the district sent 15 staff members to a conference in San Jose, Costa Rica in 2016 at a cost of $23,000. Or in May of last year when the district sent 6 staffers to another conference in Dublin, Ireland at a cost of $11,600.
It's 15 people in Costa Rica.
Well, that's
6 people in Dublin.
That's a federal government grant that they received, and that's what was told to us.
Turns out the district was on the hook, and the feds demanded the district reimburse them for those trips.
Lo and behold, after the Dublin trip was approved, we learned that the federal government grants do not cover reimbursement for international trips.
Board member Terry Kennedy says it's time to rein in district travel costs.
People say we need to put more money in the classroom. Well, how do you get money in the classroom? Well, maybe let's change the travel budget, decrease it, send fewer people.
But any change must start at the top, and Superintendent Anthony Hamlet did by far the most traveling of all. Since becoming superintendent of June of 2016, he's taken trips to Miami, Oakland, California, Vancouver, British Columbia, Los Angeles, New Orleans, Washington, D.C., and 3 trips to Chicago, all at a cost of more than $16,000. In contrast, in her last 2 years as superintendent, Hamlet's predecessor, Linda Lane, took just 4 trips out of state at a cost of $5,600.
Now, Superintendent Hamlet said he had to postpone a scheduled interview with me and sent a written statement instead, saying his trips are necessary. Quote, "As leader of the second largest school district in Pennsylvania, I am the top advocate and ambassador of Pittsburgh Public Schools locally and nationally. And as to the district travel in general," he said, "these engagement efforts allow teachers, principals, central office staff, and all role groups to learn from the mistakes and successes of others who have implemented new strategies to spur student achievement." Now, I expect to speak with Superintendent Hamlet tomorrow, and we'll see if he wants to implement any changes in the travel policy.
What kind of changes might that be?
Well, I guess it could be like a better review of all these conferences. Now, obviously, some are good for professional development and recruitment, but, you know, how many do you have to go to? You have to go to every one of them. How many people need to go to these? And is the district really benefiting from these? Do we get reports coming back, that sort of thing?
But you're scheduled to talk with him tomorrow.
I am scheduled.
All right. Great, Andy.
All
Thanks.
right, Andy. Thanks so much.